issue with settlements and this in the city is this. Now, put it this way. The issue of settlements in the cities is this. Now, basically it's this. I am going to, if I become an NCDC governor, I'm going to set up an investigation into land ownership in National Capital District, meaning that we need to find out the boundaries in relation to local land ownership, alienated land, leased land, and so forth. So we have an investigation so that at least we know where the boundaries are. We need to establish the boundaries to be like, give the landowners a fair go, that they don't have the money to go to courts and see whether that's their land or whoever's land. What we do is we set up an investigation to see where all the land boundaries are. That's first. The second thing is this. All people in PNG are the government's people and God's people. No one is not you can't just throw people on the street. If you have settlement people that have been settling on some area for a long period of time, it's not their fault. There is their fault to start with. It's government's fault to leave them there for a long period of time and people establish there. The government's done the wrong thing, the people have done the wrong thing. Everyone is wrong. You've got to address this issue. The root cause is lack of governance and leadership on this issue. What we need to do is, firstly, establish the boundaries of who owns what in NCDC and local ownership. Next issue is the settlements. In this country, you need cooks, you need cleaners, you need houseboys, you need everyone. They don't have money to buy any house. They're not, because the salaries they pay are not very good, as everyone knows. They need somewhere to stay. Now, initially what they need to do is this. The government's got to address this by saying, look, you've got to manage it. How do you manage it? To manage social issues and everything else, you've got to manage the people without herding them around and pushing them around and throwing them on the streets that nowhere to go and that. You've got to have a program in the city where, look, now we're going to address the squatter issues. Now, if the squatter issues are thrown on the road, where do they go from here? That's the issue. They find it too hard to handle. So what they do is they head hoc. You know, I'll go to court, I'll do this, I'm doing this for you. For each individual group, the squatters in that. What they need is this. They need a completely wholesome approach to this, in that they need this kind of people. You need cleaners, you need T-boys, you need houseboys, you need everyone. So what you need is, there's plenty of land in Central Province. You get a block of land just outside of Moscow, 2 kilo or somewhere, and put it there, and you put roads through that so that people can come in the city and work. Proper roads. This is what you need so that you have social control over the people, not kick them around. If they work, they live here. They need to rent this little place, stay have a house to call home. At least they can send their kids to school. They have electricity and put water through it and everything. And that will work. That's the way that people exist in a democratic society. Not confusion like what they do now. You have to have an awesome approach to this. Okay, this land issue. So if you have an investigation and after that the government says, look, we'll buy a block of land here, okay? We'll put roads through, everything through it. You have a block of land here, you houseboy or cleaner or whatever, you rent in place here from whoever, government or local people or whatever, okay? So the whole place is taken up by these people. Now you send transport and everything there. Every morning they come to work in town and then they go back. So the people are controlled in that way. You don't need the police to control them. They're in one place. We know where they are. That's the way to try and address social issues. So you can deal with people together, not in one little block pen, bullshit them there and everywhere else. This is just all crazy, you know? So they need to put the money and have a location there where everyone lives there so that they can go back and forth. And we need these people. And for the government and politicians to just dump children and kids on the street is not correct. Can't happen. You cannot do that anywhere in the world. Even our people in the villages don't do that. If the government wants to send the people home, hire the airplanes, put them at the airport, put all these people and their belongings there and take them to their province. All that ground place. So don't just dump them. And then it gets confusing again. They go to another settlement, the whole place is crazy. You keep blaming the people, it's not the people. The people are government's people and God's people.